A poster on Craigslist tried to hire someone to build a fully autonomous AI caller bot. They thought it was a simple plug and play automation that can be implemented quickly, but it's not. Let's talk about it. So I come across an ad on Craigslist a few weeks ago that really caught my attention. Someone was requesting assistance to implement what they consider to be a simple system for live phone calls. They even went the extra mile to provide a architectural diagram of their system. And the architecture went something like this. They wanted to take live audio from their iPhone and use Otter AI to transcribe it into text. Then take the text and plug it into ChatGPT as a prompt. Then take the regenerated response from that prompt, convert it into audio, and play the audio back to the caller. Now, at first glance, it sounds like something that could be easily implemented using the help of a few APIs and a few workflow automation tools. But diagrams like this are really dangerous because they only show you the happy path. They hide many of the engineering challenges that arise when building a system like this. Now, when I looked at this ad a few weeks ago, one of the first things that I really hooked on was that this person was clearly not looking for help building an AI assistant. No, they wanted to build a fully autonomous AI caller bot. Now, these may both sound like the same thing, but they're actually different. Let me explain. An AI assistant will assist a human caller during the phone call by providing suggested talking points or responses based on what it heard in real time. But a fully autonomous AI caller bot replaces a human entirely. And the moment you go from AI assisting humans to AI replacing humans, the entire risk profile completely shifts. Because now you have to worry about a lot of different things. The most important thing is what happens when the AI says the wrong thing. But I'll get to that point a bit later. I want to first kind of zoom in on the use of Otter AI in their diagram. Now, Otter is a great tool for meeting transcription and note-taking, but it's not so good for real-time conversational orchestration. Think about every step that needs to happen whenever a caller speaks. First, the speaker's audio needs to be captured and then streamed to a speech-to-text service. And then the transcribed text from that service needs to be included into a prompt to an LLM, in this case, ChatGPT. And then the response from the LLM then has to be converted into audio using a text-to-speech service, and that audio has to get streamed back to the caller. Every single step in that process has delays, and delays kill conversational flow. Now, if you can imagine you're the caller and you have to wait a few seconds to a minute before you get a response back to your statement or question, someone will be immediately turned off by this. Now, the next issue we'll look at is the conversational component in the diagram. Now, the poster framed it to be something as simple as just plug text into ChatGPT. But when people look at conversations, live natural conversations, there's a stateful, it's very stateful in nature. The AI will have to keep track of a number of things. For example, if we keep track of what was said during the conversation, we'll have to keep track of any promises that were made, any objections that were made if this was a sales conversation, which from the looks at this post, especially the mention of the ability to handle objections, it sounds like that's the case here. So just by this post, this application, it's clear that state management is a crucial portion of this. And if without any explicit state management built into the system, the chatbot or the AI will likely repeat itself. It'll repeat what's already been said in a conversation. It might contradict itself, or it might even hallucinate. And this brings me to the next point. What happens if the AI says the wrong thing? What if the AI promises something that it shouldn't, or it provides the wrong sales numbers or pricing information to the caller, or it says something that is offensive to the user? Or what if the caller asks for something that's beyond the scope of the system? Which actually brings me to something else I want to talk about here, something that many people may even overlook with a system like this, and that's prompt injection. Prompt injection can still happen here. Just because we're working in audio instead of text doesn't mean that the system is safer. A skilled and crafty user could manipulate system behavior through the use of conversational instructions. Now, what this means is that in addition to all the other items we mentioned earlier, the system would also require safeguards, things like guardrails, validation layers, constrained actions, and scoped authority. Now, there's one more thing that is missing in this ad, and probably one of the most important things that's often missed when it comes to building these AI systems. And that is the definition of success. What is the overall business goal of this product, of this system? Is it to reduce staff costs? Are they wanting to improve sales conversions? Or maybe it's to help with lead generation. Without a few clearly defined success metrics, it's going to be really hard to engineer the system. One of the biggest reasons why AI projects fail is because teams underestimate the complexity before implementation. And this Craigslist post is a perfect example of this. Now, to be clear, could a version of the system be built? Yes, absolutely, but not in a simple manner that many might initially believe. What this poster thought was a simple automation project that would take maybe a weekend to complete. It's actually a full-blown systems engineering project that takes weeks of development and iteration to perfect. And this is exactly where my AI opportunity diagnostic comes in real handy. This diagnostic is designed to help founders and product teams evaluate their AI ideas before a single line of code is written. In just 1 to 2 weeks, I help teams understand the feasibility of their ideas, where it might go wrong in production, some of the engineering decisions or architectural decisions they need to consider early. So if you have an idea for an AI feature or AI automation, and you want an early assessment of the risks and feasibility for committing engineering time and resources, feel free to reach out and schedule a conversation.